Hello, welcome to Lab 12. In Lab 12, we are going to be looking at how to manage security enhanced Linux. That SELinux, and we're going to look at how these can be used to enforce security or access control, access management in Linux operating systems. SELinux simply is like for long, it's security enhanced Linux, which controls how processes or services interact with files and other services, ensuring that only authorized actions are performed within a system. So it is also very important to note that wrongly configured or misconfigured cell Linux settings can cause access errors, and so the understanding of how you manage the cell Linux policies is expedient, is really needful. So without wasting so much time, let's go straight to our virtual machine and get to work. All right. So for this particular lab, I recommend we use Fedora or any Fedora or CentOS or Arma Linux. Okay, so we'll be using Fedora. Let's go. Let me make that big. All right, so we are here in Fedora. So the first thing is we're going to do is that we're going to install the SELinux package. All right, so if you're on CentOS 7, you should rather use sudo yum. If you are on Arma Linux, you should use sudo dnf. All right, and all right. So if you're on Fedora, it's sudo dnf. So it's sudo dnf dnf install http set troubleshoot. Sorry, set trouble set tools policy core utils. So let's give it some time to download. So briefly, what this command will do is that it's going to install the Cellulose package and also the policy utilities. So it's going to install two stuff, the troubleshooting tools that set troubleshoot, and it's also going to install the policy tools or utilities, which is policy core utils. All right, so we are in the northwest and the connection here in the house is poor. So I'm just going to cut it to when it finishes the last download. Okay, so the installation is finished, it's done already. All right, so what we are going to do is that we are going to now restart the audit login. Um, this login, audit login, restarting it on ensures that Selenium logs uh, capture events for debugging. So what it's going to do is that it's going to activate the Linux logs and now begin to keep specific data which concerns fixing errors for errors that are needed for or data that is needed for troubleshooting in chat. All right. So what we're going to do is say sudo restart. Sudo service audit restart. Okay, so everything is restarted. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to now going to start the Apache web server uh, for operating system. So to read the way to do that, it says sudo system control enable. I want it now. HTTPD. All right, that is done. So the next step, we're going to say sudo firewall command, and I want this permanent, and I want it to be able to add uh, service the HDH hypertext transmission protocol. So uh, HTTP, and good, that is activated. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to now say sudo firewall um, command. We want to reload this so that it refreshes everything. Good, so it will load is successful. Now, the reason why we have to activate Apache, which is the HTTPD, and configure the firewall is to allow HTTP traffic to flow. All right, so let's verify if Apache is running. So it's sudo system control status HTTPD. All right, so it's up and running. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to, oh, sorry, let me clear that. So now what we have to do is that we have to create a web page and check if the SELinux levels appear on this web page. All right. So the way to do that is that we're going to say nano nano var slash www sorry www html slash index dot html. Now we've just created a new HTML file. So what we are going to do is that we're going to now pass in some text to this file. So we're going to say HTML, go down, and then we're going to see, sorry, head, title, let it be SELinux, right, test page, and title slash head, and then we want to go down, we want to see body, and then we're going to say this is a test of SELinux. And then we're going to close that and say this is the body, and, then we finish with the HTML header. So what we've done here is that we have just created a simple HTML test page to verify the SELinux enforcement. Okay, so we're going to save that, and we're going to. Okay, so now that we've successfully created it, a test page. So what we want to do now is that we want to um, verify the correct if the test page you've created has the correct security levels. Normally, the correct security level should read uh, you should have this line. You need httpd underscore sys underscore content underscore t. So let's see that. Sorry. Um, okay, so we have that there. We have httpd sys content underscore t. All right, so it's there. Now, what we want to do is that we want to be able to locate our machine's IP address, and then we go to the browser and we put in this IP address to verify how this currently looks like. So I'm going to say IPA, and I'm going to copy this. This is the IP address of our virtual machine, and I'm going to come to the browser and I'll put this. All right, so as you can see, it reads here, SELinux, SELinux test page title that. So we're going to close that. And what we're going to do right now is that we are going to modify the file again. That we're going to change the security levels on this index.html file we created. So the way to do that is that we're going to say sudo um, change condition minus t tmp underscore t space. I want to specify the particular file and the HTML file. So boom, we good. So let's see the new security levels if they are changed. Let's see the security levels that exist now. All right, so it reads something different. It reads t underscore t. It reads tmp underscore t. So this is the wrong or poor security level on that web page. So what we're going to do is that we're going to still go to our web browser and we are going to paste that IP address there and see what it says. Okay. Um, sorry. All right. So right now it shows us forbidden. So that tells us that we've enforced that configuration via um, the SELinux. So the next thing we're going to do is that let us restore the previous conditions for this file for the SELinux configuration we just created. So sudo restore con, and we're going to see v, and then we specify the file. All right. Okay. So we say we relabeled HTML index.html from on confined object. These two on confined object HTTPS system. Good. So the restoration was completely done. And if we go back to our web browser and we reload our web browser, simply reload our web browser with the same IP we used the last time for our machine. Wow. So you see it shows Linux test page titled that. All right. So that was it for the 12th lab. And in this lab, we successfully configured the SELinux troubleshooting and quality tools, and we diagnosed access violations, and we also learned how to restore the proper security levels. So SELinux enforcement is really important and essential for security over web servers and web applications. So you want to get it rightly configured, have the right security levels for you to be able to access services or servers online, they're able to have data transaction between these two entities, that's your machine or a particular application, your machine and web server. All right, thank you and see you in the next lab.